First thing I'd like to say is thank you for being here. For everybody who knows this is Aisha.
Konnichiwa, Aisha desu.
We're thrilled to have you, first and foremost. Thank you for even allocating a little time for us today.
Of course.
Especially for me, personally. Can you tell us a little bit about what's been keeping you busy as of late?
So my whole life I lived in Japan. I grew up in Japan. My mom's Japanese, my dad's black. And I've worked in entertainment my whole life. I started singing when I was like 16 years old. You know, I got signed to Sony. I was like singing every single weekend, performing all over Japan. And then after like 10 years of being a performer in Japan, I was like, it's always been my dream to move to America.
Yeah.
So a year and a half ago, I moved to LA for the first time.
Okay.
I still go back and forth like every month or every other month to Japan for my gigs and shows and stuff.
Understood.
But right now I live in America, and this is my first time in Texas. All the festivals I've been in are in LA. Okay. So it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
You hear that? Great to be here in Texas.
Yeah.
This is my home. Yes, H-Town to be exact. Thank you. That's what gives you your inspiration.
What gives me my inspiration? Well, I love people. I love talking to people. I love connecting. I feel like the whole point of being here is to connect with people, to understand each other, to, you know, through music, through you know, singing, whatever it is. So connecting gives me energy. And I put that into my music, what I experience in my real life through other people.
Yeah.
So connecting, I don't know, is that a thing?
No, connecting. Inspiration through connections. I like that.
Yeah.
Immediately agreed. Did not mean that. Just agree with me because it sounded good. I like it.
When I'm alone, like just on my phone, I feel smaller and smaller and smaller. But when I'm with people, talking to people, connecting, I feel bigger, and it's just more fun and exciting, and you know.
I actually understand it 100%. I respect that too, because a lot of us get lost in the social media side of things.
Exactly.
And it doesn't really open the doorway up for real connections. So.
Exactly. My dream is to get completely off my phone and just experience life, you know?
Experience life.
Yeah.
Thank you for
sharing. It's not in here, you know?
It's not.
Yeah, but the TikToks are funny.
I know.
I was just crying tears in the green room over there, just like, So
you can't get rid of it's the infinite scroll. I call it doom scrolling.
Same.
I just can't get away from it. But hey, we're not here to bash social media. I'm sorry. I do apologize. How did you first get started in J-pop world, and was it always a dream of yours?
How did I first get started in J-pop? Well, because I was born and raised in Japan, that was like J-pop was like pop to me. You know, it wasn't like Japanese pop. It was like my world. I lived in Japan, and I guess I always wanted to be a singer because my mom was a singer. My dad was a professional trombonist.
Okay.
He worked with Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Confunction, like toured with them. And after that, he came to Japan, and he was a trombonist in Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
My mom was a can-can girl, and that's how they met. I'm like a Disney baby. And so I grew up always hanging out in Disneyland, hanging out at studios, going to concerts because my dad was performing. And I just grew up with that. So I think I always knew I was going to be a singer.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was in all the choirs. I'd get all the solos. I'd be like, oh, I'm so good. Hey,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
when I was, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, I don't remember when I was a teenager, it's such a long story. Am I talking too much?
No, we want you to expand.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So when I was like 13 or 14, my mom took me to a dosokai. How do you call dosokai in English? A reunion. Class reunion. It was like a bar, all these drunk people drinking everywhere, loud as shit. Oh, am I allowed to say?
You are free to be you. Don't worry. We got you. We'll take care of everything we need to take care of.
But they were really loud, drinking, drunk, and it was Christmas. So I was like, to the bartender, I was like, hi, can I use a microphone and sing a song?
Yeah.
So I sang chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And then everybody got silent. And they looked at me, and I just kept singing. And I was like, oh, wow, I love this feeling on being on stage, having a microphone and just like pouring my heart out through music. And then my current boss of my agency in Japan was in that crowd. So I've been with him since I was like a teenager.
That's
forever.
amazing.
I know.
That's amazing.
You never know who's watching, you know?
That is something that more people need to realize.
You never know who's watching.
That's
even it could be a stage with one person watching, that person could change your life.
I literally heard Tyler the Creator say that he was doom scrolling. Doom scrolling on the YouTube and came across an artist that he later signed.
That.
So you were preaching the right gospel right now. Thank you for that. We're going to segue into our next question.
Okay.
Who are some of the artists that have influenced your music the most, but any unexpected choices?
Who inspired me? I grew up listening to a lot of like diva-like singers. My mom was into like Chaka Khan and stuff, but Diana and but the singer that I was obsessed with was Christina Aguilera. Just she's beautiful. She can sing. Burlesque, the movie. Oh my God, how are you adorable when you talk, but like a whole ass diva when you sing?
Valid.
Yeah, just still beautiful. And I grew up admiring her. I loved her. But my black choir teacher would be like, "You need to listen to black people." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I listened to a lot of different singers, but she was the one that I was like obsessed with. That
is great.
I had to stop listening to her album because my voice started to sound too alike.
Oh, you were taking too much.
Yeah, too much.
Okay.
And my friends would be like, "Aisha, is that you?" I'd be like, "No, that's Christina Aguilera." So I had to kind of in order to find my sound, and I had to stop listening to her so I can like focus on who I want to be. Yeah. But she was like my mentor. She doesn't even know me, but
that's great. She's gonna know now. She's definitely gonna know now.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you throttle back from the inspiration and to find your own sound.
What's throttle?
So you actually slow down and think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you grab your own original sound, inspired by, but it's your sound in the end. Okay, that's great. That was unexpected. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Christina Aguilera. Okay.
The best.
How do you find ways to keep your music fresh?
I don't really think about how to make it. I just make what I like, what I enjoy, what feels good. When I'm in the studio, when I hear a track, I'm like, "Oh my God, that feels amazing." Or it just, how do I keep my sound? I feel like because I'm mixed, my voice is very different from a full Japanese person. So I never really had to worry about sounding like someone else in Japan, or I feel like I have a very different voice. So I've never had to worry about trying to sound like me. Yeah.
I respect
Just do whatever I like, whatever feels good, whatever, I get the goosebumps. I was like, "Oh, that's it." Yeah.
That's actually really good that you kept that originality and unapologetic to be yourself at all times. That's something that inspires so many. Trust me, stateside, that goes a long way.
Yay! Yes, but growing up in Japan, since I was like a mixed girl with curly Minnie Mouse ass hair, like it was tough getting all this attention because it's a homogenous country.
Understood.
Like we got like 0.1% black people there.
Yeah.
So it was difficult always feeling like I wasn't like everyone else, but now I appreciate that I'm mixed and I have something different. So, and now I love it. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
You grew to love yourself more.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What's preparing for a big performance like? Any pre-show rituals that you prepare for?
What's preparing for a big show like? What is it like? Just months of rehearsal, dancing with my dancers, doing long ass rehearsals with my DJ, trying to figure out what to wear, what to do. What is it like? It's just prepare, practice, and constantly visualize the crowd, how are they going to respond, how they're going to feel, how I want them to feel, what I want them to feel when they're here with me. Do I want them to feel loved, confident, like empowered? How I want them to go home, back to their home. Like I vision that while I'm preparing the whole time. What do I want to say in between my songs? In Japan, I realized in America, when I go see shows, people don't really like talk to the crowd. they just sing song. They might be like talk like a little bit in between, but it's like song. In Japan, we talk so much. It's like, how much can you like connect with the audience through talking, and then you go into your song because it means more then, and they know who you are. And so I focus on not just my music, but like the talking part as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. That's actually the first time I've heard that.
Really?
So you all perform before the performance as like making a connection with the crowd. So that connection piece is very heavy.
Yeah, I feel like if they don't know you or understand you or like you as a person, they're not gonna listen to your song, even if it's good.
Oh, I like that.
But over in America, they'll listen to you if the music is good, but you know what I mean? It's not about who you are as a person, or I don't know. But like, I feel like it's more all about the music.
Yeah, it's more music focused. I will say, if a song sounds good, the song is known, but the artist isn't. That's honestly how a lot of us do see it at times. I know a lot of songs, don't know who sing them.
Exactly.
You know, so thank you for sharing. What's been your favorite music video to shoot so far?
Okay, I've taken a lot of music videos, but what's crazy is the more time and energy and money spent on a music video, the less it goes viral. But the ones where I spent like absolutely nothing and I like just skipping around Omotesando Harajuku with a cameraman just skipping in a cute outfit, that went viral as hell. I was like, this one of all my, the ones that I just like skipped around for an hour. I was like, that was crazy. But that is my favorite one because it was the one that got people to really know who I am and pick up on like the other songs that I do as well. So shy demo iyo. It's okay if you're shy. Shy is like a red big ass outfit, like just skipping, my ass showing, like
saying I'm shy the entire song. That's probably, and it's also funny because it comes from a place of like shock value. But it's very raw to the point where it's like, this isn't overly produced. Let me see what this person's about, and the music sounds amazing.
Thank you. So, I have like thousands of comments from people in America, like talking about, it sounds like I don't know how they wrote it, but like a throwback, like a
throwback R&B.
Yeah, a throwback R&B song, and that made me so happy. Yeah.
Trust me, the sound is there, and you let a little bit out earlier, so the audience knows. The audience definitely knows. What's the most rewarding part of being a J-pop artist?
What's the rewarding part about being a J-pop? You know what's funny? I've never been called a J-pop artist because in Japan, everybody's just Japanese anyway. So, it's my first time that I've ever been called. But that's what it feels like to be. Okay. So what is the most rewarding part? I think when I have like a big show and I'm singing, and afterwards people tell me how they found my music, how they connect to my music. I had someone tell me my Naruto song that I did. She told me that when her family member passed away, that song was the one that got her through the struggle or the pain. And just knowing that my song helped her get through that real grief and that difficult part of her life, that made me feel so proud to release a song like that. And proud to be a singer that can like give out positive, strong messages like that and like uplift people. I think hearing people's personal stories about how it helped them or how it made them feel better, or just this is the song I listen to in my car, like, or when I'm dancing, when I'm getting ready, doing my makeup, just how my music is a part of someone's life. It makes me so happy to know that, especially if it's helped them get through something.
Yes. As a fan of, like I once said before, as a fan of Naruto, and to know that you were a part of Naruto's journey generationally at this point, I will say that that's a beautiful take. That's a beautiful take, and a great way to show a reward from a different standpoint, because it's not so much a personal reward. It's more of a like what you're doing for others. So thank you for sharing. What's the most memorable moment, interaction you've had with a fan?
What's the most memorable interaction I've had with a fan? The most memorable interaction I've had with a... Okay. なんだろう、難しい。わかんない。What's the most memorable interaction I've had with a fan?
You gave us a really heartfelt moment.
Yeah.
But what's one of the most fun moments you had?
The fun moments I've had
Yeah.
with the fam. Fun?
I don't have fun.
No. Memorable. Well, the most recent one is like when I performed at Anime Expo.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, I mean, I just got here. I was like, nobody probably knows me. So, and I started singing, and these like Naruto Guilty Gear lovers came, and they were like, you know, hyping me up or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was this one girl that was singing every lyric to all my songs that had nothing to do with anime as well, like or my original songs. And I was like, how the hell you know me? I was like, I just got here. And then I went down. I was like shaking. I was like, how do you know my songs? Yes. And then she was like, I listen to your song every day. It, like, helps me so much. She's like crying, bawling. And I was just like shaking her, like, ah! And so it was like, because I grew up in Japan my whole life, I've only lived in Japan. Coming here and finding that my music has traveled all the way to a different country, you know, and they came to come see me, that was like just a touching moment for me. I don't know if it's a fun moment, but it was like a moment that really made me feel glad to come to America.
That's great. But also, I know you had to be extremely shocked to see someone verbatim everything you were saying.
Yes, like, I was shocked.
Yeah, you went off and you shook her. You know, that was a moment, y'all. That was a moment. You may be shook, but I'm just letting you know. How do you feel about the global reach of J-pop and the support from international fans? Obviously, we know we may be shaken now, but what does it feel like?
Global reach of J-pop. I feel like Japanese people mainly make music for Japan, and I don't think most of the artists, their intention is to branch out like Korean, you know, music and stuff. And like, for example, when I was making music as well, I did think of only Japanese people. I never really thought about it branching out because that was my whole life. That was all I knew. I've only lived in Japan. I only know Japanese people. And so, yeah, but now that I've performed at all these festivals in America, I'm like, oh, the music is coming all the way here. But not just through the artists, but because of anime collaborations, game collaborations. I think that is the biggest part of why Japanese music is actually coming abroad and exploding, because of that combination.
Yes, I can definitely agree there heavily. As someone who doesn't speak a lick of Japanese, I will be completely transparent.
Yeah,
I will sing alone.
How can you sing a Japanese song when you don't speak Japanese? I don't
know. It's like after, I don't know how to explain it. After, let's say I watch a show so much. What's the future for you next like?
What's the future for me next? I just took a step towards my future. I came to America. I'm trying to perform in America at these festivals and find the Japan lovers and like hype up the anime game community as well. But I still get very homesick, so I go back to Japan a lot, see my family and friends, and do lots of performance in Japan. But my dream before I came to America was like, I want to be able to perform in America and come back to Japan. You know, just go back and forth, because I'm half Black, half Japanese, and I have these two identities that I want to explore and, you know, love. So my dream was just go back and forth, America and Japan, and perform and sing and record. And I don't know, it's kind of come true right away. So I'm having a great time trying to do that right now. But I want to perform at more events, and this is my first time performing outside of LA. So yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah.
And it's a segue question that I wanted to ask you personally, because you spoke on this a few times. The growth and finding the identity of being from both two communities, do you feel as though there's any pushback from you trying to find yourself?
But by leaving Japan, like, are people like, oh, why are you trying to go out there, kind of thing? I was a little worried about that at first. It was like, I felt like I was betraying the people that helped me get to where I got, and kind of just leaving, and I was a little worried about that. But then I was like, if someone really loves my music and loves me as who I am, if they see me following my dream, you know, taking a huge leap to a different country where I don't know anyone, I got friends, family, no one, I thought maybe that might give them the push to follow their dreams, do what they want to do, you know? So I feel like once I made the decision to follow my dreams and come to America, I posted this whole IG live where I was like, I have something to say. I'm like shaking. I'm trying not to cry. And I was like, it's been my dream. I don't know half of my identity, and I do want to explore that and, you know, see that side of who I am and perform in America. It's always been my dream. And I had just all the people that I thought would be upset or against it were just pouring so much love into me, and I felt so, you know, loved. And in Japanese we say itterashai, you know, ittekimasu, itterashai, like go. I don't know how to explain it. Itterashai is when you go somewhere else and the people that love you say itterashai to you, which means you all go explore, but you always have a place to come home to. Yeah, itterashai, and I got that from everybody, and it just felt so good. It helped me like go.
It's the feeling of being told to be free, but you're loved.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that I think Japanese is a really beautiful language. I don't know if there's a word like that in English. You know.
Honestly, we just have sayings.
Yeah.
It's sayings. Yeah. It's not one word per se, but it's a saying.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
So, you know, home, you always have home to come home to. It's like simple as that.
Makes sense.
You will always have that love.
So, I love that.
I love to hear that. If you could give one piece of advice to someone's dream of entering J-pop industry, what would it be?
I guess what I said earlier about you never know who's watching. So like join as many events you could perform at, and meet people, connect with people, and like show your skill. And always when you're performing, always, even if there's only one person in the crowd, if you can make them laugh, cry, feel something or move them, you've won. So keep that mentality. It doesn't matter how many, it could be one person, 10, 100, 200. As long as you can move one person, you can move like anyone. So always don't just like when you're on a stage, you see one person, like, oh, whatever. Don't do that. Like give it your all every single time, because that one person could change your life. Yeah.
You definitely stated that, and it's showcased here for you in actual real time.
Yeah.
So that's great to understand. And that advice for just getting into pop, would you advise them to particularly pursue maybe like singing lessons or things like that? Or if maybe their voice isn't quite there yet, because you were able to find your voice through inspiration.
I did take vocal lessons, like through my choir teacher gave me singing lessons, and another Japanese lady gave me vocal lessons as well. So I grew up with that, but I also think once you take enough vocal lessons, you kind of know what you're doing. So like you kind of know what you need to do to get your voice back. If it's not there, you know what to, la 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 la, you know all that stuff you got to do. So if you're in your teenager, if you're just starting singing or you're a teenager, then you should definitely take lots of vocal lessons by someone that's that you, I don't know, how do you find a good teacher? I can recommend some in Japan, but find a good vocal teacher, coach that knows what they're doing. But even if they're really good, if you go to the lesson and you don't feel like it's really helping you, then it's just not going to be good enough. So find someone you can connect with, personality wise, and you like them, you want to go see them, you're excited to see them, not just because they're a good teacher, but because you love their heart as well.
Understood.
Yeah, I think because when they're teaching you, you get some of their heart into you as well. So, so always pick someone that you like their heart, you like what they're saying, they don't lie, they don't cheat, they're there's like good people, and so you don't
learn
want too
from
much
people. Of that negative energy rubbing off.
No, never. And there's some crazy people in the music industry. Let me tell you.
I believe you. I believe you 100%.
So,
Now, this is one just for fun. It says just for fun.
Okay.
Well, let's see what it says.
Okay.
If you could collaborate with any artist living or have passed on, who would it be and why?
Living or passed on? Utada Hikaru. Definitely Utada Hikaru-san, because her lyrics, no matter what album I listen to, her lyrics are just so deep and amazing and beautiful and poetic, and it's just, she writes in a way that makes Japanese sound so beautiful and so fragile but strong. And so I would love to have the Utada Hikaru-san write me a song. I'm actually singing a cover song of hers later tonight.
Oh, that's actually great. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
You seem to have a little bit of a, you got a little emotional behind that particular artist. Is there a reason for that connection?
She's the queen of R&B in Japan, pop R&B music, and I just grew up listening to her and admiring her, and I love her voice, her vibrato in her voice is very unique, and the lyric, every song she writes is just like poetry, and it's just, I was like, how do you even write something like that? It's so beautiful. So just admiration for her. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I know you had actually, if you like, we have a special gift.
Oh.
Yes, just walk up. You're fine.
Oh, no way. Thank you. Wow. Did you draw this? Kawaii. Arigato. Thank you. I was so nervous. So I was like, I'm singing in America. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
And thank you all. Aisha, once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank
no worries,
you.
No worries. This was beautifully done.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you all out for the performance later on today.
Woo.
Have a good day.
Arigato. Bye-bye.